Alrighty, so I wanted to get in the loadouts. Here's the home screen, your guys' beautiful cape. But here's the weapons. So we will start with the capper or the light. You have three different spin fusers to pick from. You have the light spin fuser, the light honors fuser, and the light spin fuser XD. Now, this one basically will shoot anywhere you want it to, has no inheritance. This one has the fastest velocity of all the discs. However, it only does direct damage. So if you do any splash damage, you're going to do nothing, including to yourself. The light spin fuser XD, which you'll find the XD weapons on all of the classes, as well as the honors fusers on medium and heavy, as well as light. The XD spin fuser does 100% lateral velocity inheritance. So you'll notice that it moves more. Your shot will move more with how you're moving. The weapon slot 2 here for light, bolt launcher. You have Nova Colt, bolt launcher, you shoot like a little crossbow. Nova Colt, I was using that in the video, you saw that a couple of times. Like a Magnum-esque revolver. Weapon slot 3, these are all projectile, by the way, everything here is projectile. I think the shotgun would be the only hit scan weapon in the game. Or it might use projectiles as well that just move really fast. Not 100% sure. I think it is hit scan. Sparrow pistol, fast velocity projectile pistol, didn't use it at all. I think it might need some changes before it sees more use. It just seems a little weaker, in my opinion. But yeah, it shoots a high velocity projectile, does about 50 damage a shot or so, and you get about 13, I think it's 15 actually, 15 in the magazine. And then you have to reload. So on the belt slot, you have the explosive nitron, that's what I was using. It's like a little explosive grenade, does knockback and damage. And then there's a smoke grenade, didn't use that much at all this last day of playtest, but smoke grenade, self-explanatory. Sticky grenade, explosive device that sticks to enemies and surfaces. So yeah, you can put a little mine out there as well as put them on enemies and they'll explode. So blink pack, you basically teleport forward about 15 meters or so, go through objects, people. Stealth pack, you turn invisible. However, you can still see the stealth pack person, per se, a little bit. It's not exactly 100% invisible, so if you keep an eye out for it, you can still see it. Thrust pack, that's what I was using. Increases your speed by just a little bit every time you use it. It's on that 18-second cooldown or whatever it is. And then we have the perks. So the perks are going to be the same for each class. So let's go over those last, actually. We'll do medium, midfield, so everyone has the same perks to pick from. But medium, midfield, as they call it. 3 spin fusers, same loadout selection here. Regular spin fuser, honors fuser, direct damage only. Spin fuser XD, 100% lateral velocity inheritance. Weapon slot 2, a little different. So the laser rifles or the sniper rifles are going to both be found on the medium class here. You have the BXT1. BXT1, currently, when you are hit by it, your energy will be drained and you will not be able to regen energy for about, I think, 8 or so seconds. I think that's what happened when I got hit by it, about 6 to 8 seconds or so. Gladiator, didn't really see anybody using this, however, fires an explosive sticky charge that causes a chain of 3 explosions after a brief delay. Grenade launcher, you can shoot some grenades out, does some good damage. Phase rifle, this is the laser rifle version of the BXT1. Now the differentiating factors here between the BXT1 are that the phase rifle uses your energy for damage. So more energy that you have, the more damage that it will do. However, there is also a magazine size. So 4, and then shoot 4 times, then you have to reload. So it's ammo and energy dependent. In my opinion, I think the projectile, and these are both projectiles, by the way, is a little bit easier to see on the BXT1 rather than the phase rifle. Phase rifle does more damage than the BXT1, depending on your energy, obviously. But even so, I think the phase rifle just does more damage, even if you have like half energy, for example. I think it'll probably do more damage than the BXT1. The other thing I wanted to mention about this is that currently there's only 1 zoom level in the game, so they have to add more. That would help out with snipers a lot. And then, I'm not sure, I wanted to say one more thing on the laser rifles or the sniper rifles, but yep, that's where they are. They're on the medium for right now. If I come back to it, I'll remember and we'll cover it again before I end the video. But I think that's it. Weapon slot 3, same situation here. Saw this from the last one. You got a shotgun, sparrow pistol. Belt, a little different. AP grenade that blows up after a short fuse time. EMP grenade. This one, and this is probably the best one, or Impact Nitron. Impact Nitron, we'll get there in a second, is actually the best one. So EMP grenade drains energy, prevents energy regen, essentially the BXT1 grenade form. Impact Nitron, this will create a knockback effect and also forces flag drops. So if you hit a capper with this, they drop the flag instantly, 100% chance. So it's really good and almost makes these other two grenades obsolete completely. Pack, you got the light turret. You can put this turret out. I think it's on like a 280-second cooldown or something, and people can kill it. So it doesn't do that much damage, but it is something that fights for you. Phase pack, you become immune for a short amount of time. You're unable to shoot. You cannot regen energy either when I last used this. So phase pack basically just turns you are invulnerable to everything. No energy regen, can't shoot, can't get hit. You cannot grab the flag either. Shield pack, you get a 50% of your maximum health here. Shield. All right, so defender. Going on to the heavy, you got the same spin fusers. You got the regular honors fuser and the heavy, XD, lateral inheritance. However, you have the heavy bolt launcher. So similar to the bolt launcher here from the light, you have the heavy bolt launcher. This just does more damage. I think the rate of fire is the same. It is. Okay, so it fires off one, then you reload basically. Every 1.5 seconds, you can shoot one of those guys off. Something to note is that the damage, obviously, on the heavy honors fuser is really high, 1500 there. So lights only have 1000 HP. Mediums, I think, have 1500. And then heavies have 2500. So this thing not only one-shot the light if you MA them, but it also will one-shot a medium as well. Something to note there. Also, these do different splash and direct damage hits with all the spin fusers. Something to note currently. So the heavy spin fuser will do less direct damage, but more splash damage. And the XD spin fusers across all the board, right, across everything here, these will do more direct damage, but less splash damage. Something to note. Weapon slot 2 on the heavy, you have chain gun and you have the fusion mortar. In my opinion, you can't go out with the mortar currently because the chain gun is just too much of a requirement. It's really good in its current form. Didn't use it in this video, but in future videos maybe. More than likely, I will be using that. But yeah, the fusion mortar as well, I think it does a lot of damage. However, the explosion, you have to be like 300 or 200 meters away in order for the projectile to actually blow up instead of bouncing once. So that's something that I kind of have an opinion about. I think could be changed a little bit. However, both very fun weapons to use. Even the fusion mortar has a very low arc, so it's a lot like just firing a missile almost, in my opinion. So there's not much of an arc to it. Very accurate, etc. However, chain gun is really strong. And then weapon slot 3 again, shotgun, spare pistol. So same across the board for all 3 there. Belt slot, you have the frag grenade, similar to the AP grenade. I'm not sure if it does more or less damage. Didn't really test that out. Mines, you can spam these. I think it's just on a cooldown. You get them back, so expect to see those around flag stands. Clear those out, otherwise you're going to get killed instantly. On the pack, you have the dome shield. So this will deploy a little dome, literal dome shield around you that is invulnerable. It doesn't have shield or HP or anything. It just kind of lasts for a certain amount of time, I believe. I didn't really see the damage cracking on it. I wasn't sure. I can't be 100% sure here if it has HP or not, but I did not see HP. Someone did mention that they thought that the dome shield had like a break amount. It could do a certain amount of damage to it, and then it breaks, but I didn't see that. Portal pack, you basically put a portal down, and then you can go to midfield. So you can spawn at your spawn point, at your base, and then you can activate this ability, move your mouse cursor anywhere you want in between middle map and you can put that portal down. So you can teleport directly to that portal if you want. Get over to the other side of the base, or other side of the map a little bit faster, and your teammates can use it too. Regen station. The regen station is just a little passive health regeneration station that you put up. Has a pretty big radius. I did see somebody use it once. However, I killed it almost instantly. So I don't know how much use it really has. However, the radius of the heal was pretty big. It covered the majority of the flag stand area when I did fight somebody with it. All right, so now down to the perks. Now the perks here I think are important, class dependent. Obviously you're going to pick certain things over others when it comes to what you're doing. For example, we'll start with Banner Breaker. Since it's on the far left here, you deal increased damage to flag holder by 25%. Huge for people that are defending, Hoffs for example. LD, whatever, people that just know that they're going to be killing cappers. That's their job, right? You have light-footed. Maintain your skiing momentum better when making a harder landing. So currently I didn't try that because there's no fall damage, but I imagine that that's also good. You just don't break your speed potentially if you hit a mountain wrong or something, so you just keep going. Reach 20% increased range when picking up a flag or health drop nugget. So I was using this. This is huge in my opinion. I mean, 20% increased range, especially when capping or getting health nuggets. Oof, it was a big deal for me, so I picked that right away. I didn't go with anything else. Super heavy, 40% increased mass, and now deal damage to enemies you collide with. I did not try this because I was doing light. However, I want to try it because I want to see maybe if that affects skiing in some way. Like maybe it makes me a heavier player and then I have more momentum with my skiing. I didn't try that. Something to test though. Interesting. Or maybe it just increases your mass and you deal damage to people you collide with, right? So, I have no idea. Health packs now restore 100% health, ammo, and energy on survivalist here. I was hoeing heavy offense for the very beginning of the playtest for the first couple of maps, and I switched over to Capper and I just never looked back because it was so much fun moving around. But my main position in tribes was always heavy offense, and I started with this on heavy, and I was just chain gunning the enemy flag stand. Basically, I almost became unstoppable at certain points because of how overpowered the chain gun is currently in the current build. I'm not going to say it's necessarily a bad thing. I think maybe most people, the devs are going to do whatever they want here with the game. I think maybe most people need a chain gun. To be honest, I mean, that's just kind of what tribes is. Some level of chain gun. I mean, clearly everybody has a sparrow pistol and shotgun, but they're just not very good compared to your weapon slots 1 and 2. It's kind of like a utility backup weapon if you feel like it, maybe sort of situation, or if you get close enough, the shotgun's pretty decent actually. Past that though, yeah, that's all the weapon perks. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace. Oh yeah, and one more thing I wanted to mention is the lockouts. So, before I forget, and before you forget, subscribe, but before I forget, you can only have 3 lights on one team, you can only have 3 mediums on one team, and you can only have 2 heavies on one team. That is subject to change, obviously, but that's how they have it set up right now. So you can have a max of 3 of your 5 teammates be light, max of your 3 of 5 teammates be medium, max of your 2 of your 5 teammates be heavy. So hopefully that helps, and yeah, see you guys out there.